Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, May 23rd, and we're going to go over our weekly meeting highlight, which is raise a glass. I'm going to share this at the end, but I have to apologize. As you can see, I like to use spare paper, and I use scrap paper, and I didn't put it in the printer the right way. So it has the menu plan on there from Jones Pointed Plate, but hopefully you can still read it. It's just, I apologize. I have to go fix that because waste not, want not. I like to get every little bit of things, so if I figure I can use another side of a paper for just something that I'm printing for myself, that's what I do. I should have realized this before I erased the email off of my phone. But anyway, we'll start off with the good news, and it is good news. So here, I'm going to show you how I did this week. Wasn't that great? I lost 0.8. I know, people say, oh, you didn't lose a pound. I lost 0.8. I'm really happy with that. I lost 0.8. So my weight now is 213. And I have a total loss of 91.2, so I'm 8.8 pounds away from my 100-pound goal. My actual goal, I'm still working with my doctor to get to my 2 goals before my anniversary, or at least before my birthday in September. My birthday is September 7th. My 2 goals for September are to at least reach the 100-pound loss, which I'm hoping to get by my anniversary, which is July 2nd, and to be in Wonderland by my birthday, which is September 7th. So those are my 2 mini goals that I have set. One of the other little mini goals that I've set was just to have a small loss each week, no matter what. I've been doing pretty good during the pandemic. I have reached a point this week that I'm a little, I don't know what to say. I'm looking for some comfort food, I guess, and I'm trying to avoid it because I know that's my downfall. And so that brings us to our subject, which is raise a glass. You probably already know that staying hydrated is pretty crucial to your body. Dehydration can lead to issues like headaches and can seriously impact your mood and concentration. So make sure you drink enough. Drink up. But some beverages are friendlier on your smart boy budget than others. It's kind of hard to read because I got so many lines running through it. But what it means in a nutshell is that, you have to have water in your body just to get your bodily functions working properly, like your bathroom habits. Your skin looks so much better. A lot of times if you think you're hungry, you might just be thirsty. There's so many reasons that you have to do it. I remember, if you follow me, I tell stories. Bertie, who's my sister-in-law, and I went to Las Vegas, I think it was in 2003. And everybody said it's a different kind of heat. It's a dry heat. I thought heat is heat, whatever. I don't really know. And so it was hot. I'm not going to say it wasn't hot, but it wasn't like hot like I have in Michigan. Michigan, we have a humid hot, so like you're hot. So and not hot like hot, but hot. So we had gone to we were going to go to the Grand Canyon, but we thought we won't go to the Grand Canyon today. We're just going to tour the strip. So we're going around the strip, and I think it was hot. I think it was like 108, 110. But in Michigan, that felt like an 80. It didn't feel that hot. I really didn't. So I had my water bottle with me. But back then, when I was overweight, and I just couldn't understand why, I had irritable bowel syndrome, which I somewhat still have. And so I didn't eat or drink because for fear I'd have to go to the bathroom, and I couldn't find a bathroom nearby really close. So I didn't drink any water. And now that I take that back, we did go to the Grand Canyon. We went to the Grand Canyon in the morning, and we had done that for 6 or 7 hours, and then we came back and we were walking around Las Vegas. And I had a few things to eat, but not very much because I just didn't want to eat. And we were walking down the strip, and we were crossing the street, and Bertie said, well, we got to go this way. And I go, no, we got to go this way. And we got into this big old argument because I didn't know where I was. I was so disoriented. I just didn't feel like I was myself. And so we had gone into the M&M store. And I was not feeling well at all. And I just thought, I don't know, and I was delusional. I really was delusional. And so that somebody had said, maybe you should get something to drink or eat, that maybe that's the problem. So we were taking the escalator up, and there was a restaurant up on the top floor. And so we got up there, and when we got to the top floor, I fainted. Boy, me and fainting kind of goes hand in hand, doesn't it? So anyway, they helped me up, they got me in a chair, and one of the first aid people came. I was surprised there was first aid people, but there was a first aid person come over, and I drank down 2 big bottles of water, and they determined that I was dehydrated, and that's why I kind of lost my sense of where I was. And anyway, so I drank my 2 bottles of water. I had a little half a sandwich. Then I drank some lemonade, and then we continued on, and I was fine. And then from that point on, I had a bottle of water in my hand the rest of the time we were in Las Vegas, and I drank that water for fear I'd just pee my pants if I had to, because I didn't want to go through that experience again. Okay, you don't want to hear about my stories. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, they give you some points that you can do for your to get your fluids in. This is another theory that I have. I know they always tell you to drink your water. I hear you, Anita. Drink your water. I do drink my water. But I feel that I should have had a better weight loss this week. And I think that the reason I didn't have a better weight loss is because I read this article on Sunday when it came through my email. And then I did a little bit of research on it on the internet. And I found that you should drink at least half your body weight in water each day. So I figured I was about 214. I should probably drink 107 ounces of water each day. So I did drink a lot of water, 107 ounces all week. I really, truly, in my heart, believe I drank too much water. I really do, because I think I should have had a little bit better loss. I had a blue dot every day. I had a successful weekend last weekend. And if you have never followed me, weekends are my downfall. I go crazy on my weekends. But I had a pretty successful weekend. So I really thought, and I'm not complaining, I'll take the 0.8. I'm really happy with the 0.8. But I really thought that I was going to lose 2 pounds. I'll be honest, I thought I was going to lose 2 pounds because I was following all their advice with the water. So judge from your own body how much water you need. So I think that I don't need that much water. I think that the original 60 ounces that I was drinking was more than enough. So I'm going to go back to drink. And you know what? And they do say 8 8-ounce glasses of water, which is 64 ounces. So I think I was right on target before. I do think I drank too much water. We'll see this week. I'm going to go back to my 64 ounces of water and see how the scale reflects it next week. So we'll judge it for next week. I'll be the guinea pig this week. The things that you can do is choose one lower Smart Points beverage like unsweetened iced tea to replace a higher option such as soda. I'm going to show you what I do. Just 1 minute. Okay, what I do is I buy this Simply Light lemonade, which is 1 point for 8 ounces. And then I get this diet cranberry juice, which is 0 points for 8 ounces. And then I pour them together in a glass, and look at how big that glass is. That's a 16-ounce, 1 point drink. And it's very refreshing. And that way I'm getting my liquids in. When they say you should drink like all that water, which I think that was another problem that I had, was I not only was drinking 106 or 107 ounces of water, I was drinking at least one of these a day, so that's another 16 ounces. And then I was drinking probably 3 or 4 cups of tea in the morning with my breakfast. So that's what, 3 times 8 is 20, so I really think I really overdid it, and I think I probably put my kidneys to a test. So anyway, I'm gonna get a little drink. It's so refreshing. And I was addicted to pop. And I'll take that over a Pepsi anytime now. Well, I'll take that instead of a Pepsi. I still want my Pepsi. I still want my Coke. I still want my Dr. Pepper. But that'll work. That'll work for me for now. Every once in a while, I will splurge. I'll tell you, every once in a while, I'm going to have a can of pop. But not like the 5 or 6 cans a day I was having before I started Weight Watchers. Let me see if I can find another thing we're supposed to do. Track your water in the WW app. It'll help you stay hydrated throughout the day. Plus, it's fun to see the water graphic rise. You know, I've noticed it on there. I've done the sleep app a couple times, but I've never done the water in. I just know how much water I'm drinking, but maybe I should see it. Maybe I'll see that I'm drinking way too much. And that's what I'm going to do this week. I'm going to track my fluid intake. I'm going to do that. Be mindful of what you put in your coffee or tea. Cream, milk, sweeteners, and syrups can impact the smart points. We all know that. I know that you know that too, because I've seen so many of you on your videos, and you track it. You just do. And I like my tea black, so I'm in that. I have that in my favor. I don't have to worry about that. But I just think that as long as we're mindful, a lot of people put the protein, the Premier Protein in for their drinks, so that way they're getting at least some protein at the same time. And they also tell you it's okay to think water is boring. Water is really kind of boring if you think about it. Try adding raspberries, oranges, cucumber slices, fresh mint, anything to spice it up. I just like plain old water. I'm just kind of strange that way. I don't like, I hate when you go to a restaurant, they automatically put the lemon in your water. It's just, first of all, I'm like a phobia about food that's open. I know, like, when you go to a restaurant, food is open. I know that. But, like, I don't like at a bar when all the lemon slices and the lime slices, and they're all there for everybody to just see, and then they can just grab them. I don't eat at a salad bar for that same reason. I don't like a salad bar. As much as you get a nice choice with the salad bar, I just don't know who's touched it. I'm just kind of weird that way, and I was like that before all of this happened with the virus. I just... No, and it's like my own warped sense of mind. I've worked in a restaurant, not for very long. I was a waitress for 2.5 hours. And the only reason I was only for 2.5 hours, and they called them a waitress back then, they didn't call them a server. But the reason I only lasted 2.5 hours is I was working at a restaurant where they served liquor, and I had lied about my age and told them I was 18, and I really was only 16. And when they asked for my driver's license for proof and they found out I was, there's the door. But I saw how they prepared food, and I saw what they did with food, and so I know what food they do with food. Sorry about that. Anyway, where was that? I know that, anyway, I just don't like, but you can put the stuff in your water. I myself just like plain water. And I don't like it cold, I like it room temperature. I know I'm really odd. The last thing they tell you is if your favorite smoothie or a glass of wine on a virtual happy hour makes you happy, don't ditch it. Wiggle things around so that it works in your daily plan. I know that within the next couple weeks, I'm going to get a chocolate malt from the Dairy Queen. I just know it. But I'm going to figure it into my points, and it's a lot of points. So it's going to be my weeklies, because I think I'd have to look it up to be 100% sure. But I really think it's like 35 or 40 points. I get 42 weeklies. I might just splurge and buy a chocolate malt and just get it out of my system. But I know that this is the way I'm going to eat the rest of my life, so I'm going to pick and choose things that are going to make me happy. Let's face it, food makes us happy. If we say that it doesn't, we're lying to ourselves. The only, like, if you're anorexic, food doesn't make you happy. But I mean, it's just, I just think that it fills my soul. It just fills my heart. It just brings back memories of favorite recipes and things bring joy. And I'm going to do it. So just like with my food, with my drinks, I'm going to figure them into my points and get with it. So, and my hair. I know, it's just, we're all going through this. Not all of us, because in Michigan, the hair salons aren't open yet. So I just, gonna live with it. I'm trying to try different things with my hair, and it's just not working out. But anyway, that's the thing. Obviously, with the recipe, it's not as bad, but it's for everything bagel popcorn. And it's 2 points on the green and blue and 1 point on the purple. I don't know. I just wonder if you just put your everything but the bagel seasoning put on it, if it's the same, pretty much the same thing. I don't know. I just like to put a little bit of butter on mine, which is points, but I think if I use a tablespoon of butter and a little bit of popcorn, it's like 5 points. Well worth it. So anyway, that's it for today. I know I kind of babbled on, and it kind of broke up a little bit because of all of the calls that I was getting, and I apologize for that and all the stops. But 213, lost 0.8, 91.2, on my way to my 100 pounds. I'm going to get there. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button. If you think somebody might like to see it, share it. Just remember to stay healthy, stay strong, stay safe. And remember, you are enough to do this. You are enough. We know this. So don't ever doubt yourself. Well, I'm only going to show you the popcorn because the back you can't really read. That's the recipe for the popcorn.